Hey you guys, welcome back. Right now, Stephanie and I are going to talk to you about Shakeology. So I'm sure you guys either have heard about Shakeology before, obviously from us or from somebody else, but we kind of want to talk to you just a little bit about what it is, what to expect when you get it, what it's not, and kind of just go into a little bit of the details about how exactly it helps you as a whole. So before I get into it, I'm going to show you exactly what Shakeology is because, like I said, I'm sure you've heard of it, but if you've never seen it, this is it right here. This is the magnificent Shakeology. This is in Cafe Latte, and this is honestly one of my favorites. I have a couple flavors here. I have a strawberry somewhere around here. Oh, it fell on the floor. So I've got my strawberry. I've also got this little box right here that you can also get when you purchase Shakeology. So when you sign up as a coach, there are a couple different options that you can do in terms of getting your Shakeology. So when you sign up as a coach, you will be getting what's called a challenge pack. In a challenge pack, and we're going to go into this here in a few videos, but what comes in a challenge pack along with your program and your nutrition plan is your Shakeology. You get a full month supply of Shakeology. Now, the difference between the bag and the box is that you get a 30-day supply in the bag versus the box, you only get a 24-day supply. Now the boxes, this is called the variety pack because you can get a bunch of different flavors in one pack altogether versus this, it's obviously just one flavor. So you actually get, if you do choose the variety pack, this happens to be chocolate and greenberry, but they've got strawberry chocolate and vanilla. That's come in a packet. They've got the barista flavors that are chocolate, vanilla, and cafe latte. So there's so many different options you can choose from. But this, you only get 24 packets. The cost is the exact same, but it's the same because of all the extra shipping or all the extra packaging and stuff that goes into this. But anyway, that is what it looks like. But what we want to do is kind of eliminate some of the doubt that you might be having about Shakeology, or basically just kind of give you an overall idea about what Shakeology is. That way you have the best understanding about it possible, because Steph and I will both tell you that before we started coaching, we both had hesitations about Shakeology. For me, when I started Insanity back in 2009, my first time, and I saw Shanti always saying, drink your Shakeology, I finally decided to go on and look to see, what Shakeology was, how much it was. When I saw it for 130 bucks, I'm like, no, like, forget this. I'm not going to get that. That is too much money. Like, I don't have the time for that. I don't have the money for that right now. Like, no. So all I did was look at it at face value. I looked at a price and that was it. Did I look to see what else Shakeology had to offer besides the fact that it was $130? No. All I knew was the little video that they told me, oh, there's this in it and that in it and that in it. Like, you should be drinking it. Did I really think about that when I saw the price? No. But I will tell you, to this day, since I have started drinking Shakeology, it has changed everything in terms of my overall health and how I legitimately feel on a day-to-day basis. So with that, we're going to go into some, just basically some examples about, how it's helped us, and also kind of give you an idea about what's in it. So before I turn it over to you, Steph, I'm just going to kind of go over a couple of the actual ingredients that are in this thing, because Shakeology is a superfood shake. Like, when we think about shakes, we automatically think, okay, either protein shake or slim fast shake, or if you're a tropical smoothie fan, tropical smoothie shakes, like anything like that. That's usually what we think about. But we never really understand the full concept of what a legitimately healthy shake is until we see it right here. You see how long this ingredient list is? There is so much amazingness in this one bag that you cannot get anywhere else. Like, that is at face value, bluntly, that is exactly what it is. You will never ever find anything that has all this amazingness in it. Why? Because the creators of Shakeology legitimately go all around the world and they find these superfoods from different countries. They bring all that together. They bring it into a place where they crush it all up and put it into one shake called Shakeology. Now, what are some of those ingredients? Okay, I know some of you probably don't know what these are. half the time I didn't know what these were either, but that's okay. I'm going to tell you some of what they are because these are superfoods that we don't even ever really think about or even know exist. So just for example, sacha inchi, chia, flax, quinoa, those are common ones that we typically hear about. Camu camu, bilberry, goji berry, green tea, pomegranate, rose hips, vitamin A, C, and E, spirulina, chlorella, spinach, kale, ashwagandha. I don't know what the heck that is, but it's in here and it's really good for you. Maca, let's see, yakanru. Some of these I can't even say because they're that good for you. And then, so those are just some of the examples, but you get my point here. Like you see all this amazingness in one bag, and that is something that we don't get anywhere else. So I'm going to talk about the experiment that I did here. Do you want me to talk about that now, Steph, or do you want to add anything to it? Because I did a cool experiment. And I want to.
Yeah, no, you can keep going.
Okay, so because I was so skeptical about this whole thing, and I actually did this after I was drinking Shakeology, not because I was skeptical at the time, but how I told you guys at the beginning that I was like super hesitant about buying Shakeology. Well, after I started drinking it, I just wanted to do a little experiment to see exactly, okay, if I go to a vitamin shop or a GNC or whatever, any place they sell these superfoods, how much would it cost if I were to try and make this stuff myself? Well, I'm going to show you what I came up with because it's pretty crazy. So when I went to the vitamin shop, I went in there and there were, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I looked up, or I found 7 different superfoods that are found in Shakeology. Mind you, these are only 7 out of the like 70 that are in Shakeology. So just keep that in mind as I talk to you about this. So for just walking through this, for a 3.5 ounce bag of goji berries, guess how much it is? $15. All right. And I'm going to show you because it's right here. I've got it on my phone. Right there, $15, $14.95. The next one, sacha inchi powder, which is found in Shakeology, $13.99 for a 3.5 ounce bag. Camu camu powder, $23.95 for a 3.5 ounce bag. Acai powder, $22.95. Goji berry powder, which I told you was in there, $21.95. Maca powder, which is in there, $25.95. Spirulina and chlorella, $22.95. So you get my point here. If we tried to recreate this and recreate and reinvent all this amazingness that's found in one shake, it would cost us like $90 just to make one single shake. One shake alone would cost you $90. Now, compare that to the cost of Shakeology as a coach. What do we pay? We pay $99 for an entire 30-day supply. And what does that break down to? That breaks down to less than $4 a day. And it's actually $3.83 to be exact. So just to give you an idea about cost comparison and how we automatically see a price and take it at face value and say, oh my God, that's too expensive. Just think about what you're getting. You're getting a legitimate meal replacement, something that is going to be the most beneficial thing that your body is going to be getting every single day. All those vitamins, those minerals, those nutrients, everything that you are not getting from the food that you're eating, whether you realize it or not, your body is nutrient deficient. Like every single person who thinks they might be eating healthy is typically deficient in something. So keep that in mind as we talk about this, because there's nothing else available, not even a multivitamin, that offers all the awesome amount of superfoods and just ingredients and minerals and nutrients and all these vitamins that are in this that we fuel our bodies with every single day. So I'm going to let you talk a little stuff because I know I've just talked for quite a little bit there.
Absolutely. No, you gave a lot of really good information, and I'm going to piggyback off of that and kind of talk about you talked about kind of all the micronutrients that are in the Shakeology, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the macronutrients that are in Shakeology. So when I first started, I was a gym goer, bikini competitor. I chugged down protein shakes all day, every day. That was my jam. So like Christina said, when she looked at the price, she thought, no way, no how. And when I looked at the price of Shakeology, I literally thought in my head, this is an overpriced protein shake. Like I can get a big, huge tub of 5 pounds of protein for $60, and that's going to last me for 2 months. So what are you talking about? $130 for a 1 month supply. But the difference is not only all those micronutrients, but Shakeology is not just a protein shake. Yes, it does have a very significant amount of protein in it, but it has also carbs and fat. So you are getting a balanced meal, not just a protein shake. So I have my little packet here. This is the vanilla. So good. It's one of my favorites. It has 2 grams of fat, 14 grams of carbs, and 16 grams of protein. And so any of you that are trying to lose weight out there, you might be thinking like, oh my gosh, 14 grams of carbs, that's way too much. I'm not going to be drinking that because I drink protein shakes and they have 25 grams of protein and 1 carb. But let me tell you, the carbs that are in this are all natural. So they're from quinoa. You're getting it from, I think there's vegetables, obviously, but I also think there's brown rice in here. There's all sorts of good things that you would be eating anyway. So if you are on a diet and you have even if you have a low carb diet, you're eating vegetables, right? You're going to get carbs from that. You're eating fruits. You're going to get carbs from that. That's what this is coming from as well. So I definitely recommend it. It's going to keep you so much more full as opposed to just having a protein shake, right? After you drink a protein shake, you probably are hungry within 30 minutes to an hour afterwards. That's not the case with Shakeology because it's a full meal. I think the total calorie count is still low. It's only 130 calories. So when I make mine, I like to add, sometimes I'll add peanut butter to it, or I'll even add a scoop of Beachbody's protein to it. So I'll make it super protein packed with a smaller amount of carbs. So there's a way to play around with it and to make it into what you want it to be. I know personally when I was competing for my last bodybuilding competitions, I talked about Shakeology with my coach. She kept it in my diet for a while. And maybe about 4 weeks out was like, okay, we're really cutting your carbs. We need to cut Shakeology out. So I tried it for 2 whole days, and I'm going to tell you, my energy depleted like it was nobody's business. I was doing so well throughout my whole prep, and anybody who has ever competed or been on a strict diet, you know that you're not getting all the nutrients, you're not getting all the food that your body needs, obviously, because you're trying to burn fat. So when she took all these micronutrients away from me, my body was not happy with it, and I literally was like, no, I'm drinking the Shakeology. We're going to make it work. It's going to be part of my competition meal plan, and that's what it's going to be. And so she put it back into my diet, and I literally stayed on Shakeology all the way through the rest of my prep. The only time I took it out was during my peak week, just because things have to be really, really strict that week. And literally the next day I was back onto my Shakeology. So, I mean, and I was the leanest I had ever been. In the past I competed, I think my body fat percentage got down to like 11%. This time around, I got even lower than that. So I was leaner than I had ever been. I placed better than I had ever placed. It was literally the best prep that I have ever been through. And I'm going to have to say a lot of it comes from Shakeology and feeling my best. I didn't have to take a shit ton of, excuse my language, a shit ton of pills and vitamins and things like that. Yes, I was still doing fish oils and BCAAs and things like that. But I didn't have to take a multivitamin. I didn't have to spend that extra money to purchase that as well. So that's another way that you can just think about Shakeology as a full nutritional supplement, not just a protein shake. This little tiny packet is like a packet of power that's going to give you energy, and it's going to also curb your cravings and keep you on track to hit your goals. And this is also something that we get to share with other people as well as coaches. Anything else you want to add to that, Christina?
So the fact that when you were talking about how when you were competing and you had to take Shakeology out, your body at that time was already depleted of nutrients. So you felt big time the effects that Shakeology had on you. So, you know, going every day through our everyday lives, as we include Shakeology in our life, we may not really realize the significant impact that it's having on us because we're eating a good amount throughout the day, whether that's healthy food or not. We're eating. So our bodies are getting some form of something. But I will tell you that there are significant differences that I notice if I am not drinking Shakeology. So how Stephanie said, her energy levels, that is something that I have seen over time, that if I don't drink it, my energy levels are low. So, well, not low, but they're lower than they would normally be, you know, compared to if I did drink it. So that's why I usually try and drink mine in the morning. That way I feel fueled and healthy and, you know, all set for the rest of my day. Another thing about it is I am someone who sometimes gets anxiety, especially if I'm like doing a heavy lifting program. For whatever reason, that just places a lot of stress on my body. And I am someone who gets anxiety. So I notice that if I don't drink it, my anxiety levels are higher because I don't have the, all the adaptogens and all these things that are in Shakeology that are helping my body cope with that. Adaptogens help your body cope with stress. They help you cope with anxiety. So there's just all these different things in there that you don't even necessarily think about because, you're just going on throughout your everyday life. But when you start incorporating Shakeology, you do notice a difference. And just one prime example about how all this nutrition legitimately helps us. So, prime example, every single year we go to Las Vegas in September. My husband and I go. We have a big group of friends that go. And every single year we go, we've gone for 4 years now, I come back sick every single time. So whether we go for 4 days or 6 days like we did this past time, I always come back sick. And it's because, I guarantee you, it's because one, we're not sleeping enough. Two, I'm inhaling all that smoke from the casinos and all this stuff that my body's not used to. So I constantly get sick, and I'm sick for an entire week every time we come back from Vegas. It's just inevitable. Everyone gets sick. Well, this last time when I went in 2016, I decided I'm going to take my Shakeology packets with me every day, and I'm going to drink them every day. So I took 6 packets. Actually, I think I took a couple more just in case. I took all my packets with me. You can take them on the airplane. Like, there's no issue with that. I took them. I drank them with water every single day because I didn't have my blender. I couldn't take, I probably could have, but I didn't take that with me. So I just made it like a regular shake. Normally I don't do that. Normally I'm always making a recipe out of it, blending ice, almond milk, bananas, fruit, peanut butter, all sorts of good stuff because they taste amazing when you do that. But this time I just mixed it with water just to make sure that I was getting my shake in every single day. Well, I'll tell you what, after those 6 days in Vegas, I wasn't sick at all. Every single person on our trip came home sick except for me. And I guarantee you the only difference that from this time versus all the other trips was the fact that I drank my shake every single day. And it's crazy to think about because I was telling my friends and my husband and stuff, I'm like, I always come back sick. Like, I legit am not sick this time. And I 1000% attribute that to drinking my Shakeology every day because that is the only differentiating factor from this time compared to every single other time that I did that made the huge difference. So it just goes to show you that there are so many amazing benefits that Shakeology has, and it's all for our internal health. So many times we focus on seeing, we see an outer appearance and we think, oh, they're tiny, so they're automatically healthy. Like, we attribute small and looking like you're in shape to being healthy. But a lot of times that's not the case. We never know what's going on internally inside someone's body. And that is what this is all about. We want to be healthy. Of course, we want to be fit. But in order to be fit, we need to be healthy first. So all that stuff that happens on the inside is a result of not only eating healthy, but drinking your Shakeology every single day, because I promise you, you will reap the benefits. So with that, did I miss anything?
No, I think you got it all covered.
Okay.
I'm all revved up. I'm like, I need to drink my Shakeology right now.
I know, right? There's sometimes we can drink it twice a day, or you can make ice cream out of it. There's all sorts of stuff you can do.
Oh yeah, muffins.
Yes. Oh yeah. There are. You'll see when you get your bag. There's a ton of different recipes that come with it, but you can make muffins. You can make pie. You can make. Oh my God. There's so much amazing desserts that you can make with Shakeology. It's pretty cool. So. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to share?
Good? Nope. I think we're good.
Okay. All right. Well, until next time, that was your video on Shakeology. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.